demand platform. And what I plan on doing here is taking you guys through, oh, it didn't work. There we go. Taking you guys through researching, designing, and listing a t-shirt all the way through. So I think giving you guys a little bit of an, you know, over the shoulder view here, so to say, so you guys can see some few different angles. And I've been being a nerd here and playing with cameras, as you can see. So if this is you guys' first time here, welcome and thank you for joining me, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So hang out and we're gonna get into this. So Control 5, just a little quick cool thing there. So hang out, subscribe if you guys are just coming here for your first time, and stick around. Okay, get the next scene. Sorry, I've been playing with my stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do tonight is I'm going to start with Sonar Tool, and I was just sitting here right before I started and realized, because I had an idea for a penguin shirt. So what I was thinking was a penguin, and it says "Have a nice day" on it. You know, kind of have a nice day, but have a nice day with a penguin. And I was looking for keywords, and I figured this is a good time to jump in and do some research and step by step. So I started with a phrase, an idea of a penguin, and the phrase idea. So I have no idea if it's validated, if there's any search phrase for it on Amazon or anything like that. So I was starting on Sonar Tool because it gives all of these suggested keyword terms around shirts to help us put in and hopefully rank for some different terms. So I'll show you guys how I'm going to use that, and we're going to go through, and we're going to start with that idea, and we just want to do a little bit of validation here on Amazon. And for those of you guys that are just joining me, what the Merch by Amazon platform is Amazon lets you design a t-shirt and have an ice day. So it does have a suggested term. Have an ice day is in a can cozy, and I bet there's, let's see with that there, so over 20,000 results. But if I do shirt, what comes up? Have an ice day. It's good to say it was a good day. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything that says have an ice day. Okay, so a hockey one. That's funny. Okay, so all of these are playing on hockey, and that's not what I was thinking about. So I like that there is some search volume, and there's some BSRs for them, even if they are old. So those are some good signs that there's some opportunity for some life in this. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to download this Excel spreadsheet, and we'll show you that here in a little bit. But the next thing I want to do is get here into my iPad, and we are going to create a shirt. So let me transition here, move my keyboard out of the way, and you can see some of the designs I've been just kind of playing with here today and over the last few days. But I'm going to come in, I'm using Procreate. Procreate's a drawing app, and it's great here on the for designing your shirts for Amazon or anywhere else. I just realized that all of my titles and descriptions were probably wrong when this went out, so sorry about that. We'll have to get that fixed, but that's the way it goes. All right, so we're going to get in here, and I am going to go to a sketching. This is a great brush by Beejay Delongs, who has a good channel. So I'm going to come in here, and what I'm thinking is kind of just sort of a chubby penguin looking thing here. Maybe not so rounded. There we go. And he's going to have, let me get rid of that streamline. Sketch ink and shade. There we go. It's going to have kind of a foot there, foot there. You know, he's going to have his arms and flippers. We're going to have some big cute eyes here on him. Maybe do something different with the eyes here. And this is just doing a rough sketch here. and getting this in. Then we kind of want a beak. Maybe that's too much. Starting down. I think that'll work. And can have it kind of open here. And some big happy eyebrows there. I want to scale this down, and what I was kind of thinking was having him standing on an ice cube of some sort. So I'm just going to sketch in a cube. And we'll see how this is going to go. All right, so there you can kind of see what I've got going for a sketch so far. I don't see chat running, and I don't see anything else running. I am just really curious quick to make sure this stream did start. So I'm just going to be pulling up YouTube and double checking here in the background. So don't mind this here. Okay, so got that layer. We're going to start now. I'm going to get a little bit more of a refined sketch here and see what we can get. Well, too big of an ink layer. All right, and actually I'm gonna change this to a bit of a purplish color. What color should we do? There we go. And I am now gonna turn back on the streamline just to get a nice kind of smoother shape and line here. There we go. That kind of gives us our nice little purple layer there. We're gonna add another layer, and I'm gonna try and sketch in some feet here. Oh, you see, I ended up with this line there. So I got to change that color drop threshold. Get that purple color back. There we go. That got rid of it. All right, so kind of gave him a little bit of a purple silhouette there. I'm going to go in and grab kind of a yellow color now, and we're going to draw in some feet and see here quick. Just double checking still on that channel if this is actually streaming. Yeah, it does look like I'm live, and at least those keywords stayed right. Okay, that's cool. Sometimes that happens when you're live, guys. You never really know. You can make a mistake, and it's just kind of the way it happens. So we'll try and avoid that in the future. Okay, so now drawing another layer here, and we're going to get in some feet. So kind of a yellow, kind of a paddle-ish looking thing here. I'm just putting that as a layer below there in Procreate. Okay, and then we need another layer above. We're going to draw in that beak that we kind of had designed there. So kind of a top layer there. Oh. There we go. And I'm going to add another layer for the beak below it, because it's going to kind of look a little bit different here if I can do it right. There we go, and one more layer on top of that. So you'll see what I'm thinking here. And then on top of that layer, I'm going to draw kind of a red tongue looking thing. There we go. And when we get into some shading, you'll see how that'll kind of blend in a little bit. All right, we're going to add some eyes now. Make sure it all kind of blends in there. Sometimes that line gets a little bit funky. All right, and another eye there. All right, kind of got the face going. That's going good. We want to get those flippers, so we're going to kind of go back to the same color. And I'm just going to kind of draw a bit of an oval. Let it hold its shape there. Just make sure to get that threshold nice and big there. And we'll do the other arm. There we go. And you'll see how I'll blend these in here as I go. Okay, let's add some pupils on top of these. And you can see I'm just doing everything in layers so that it lets me kind of tweak it how I want. See how I went off that line? I am going to select those eyeballs, and then that way I can just do this. There we go. And we can have them kind of looking off to the side there. There we go. And I'll just do a quick little erase. Change my pen there, imported. There we go. That might have been too big. And then we'll just do a quick little dot. Oh, too small now. Just to give it a little bit of something in there. So he's kind of off looking to the side. There we go. So he's coming along. The other thing we need on that body is kind of the white-ish center here. So I'll turn off that selection. I'm going to add another layer on top. There we go. If we want to make that bigger or not, we can. Kind of right there. Okay, so kind of got the basics there. Let's get this ice cube drawn in here underneath as well. All right, what color is going to kind of be our ice cube? It's going to be a bluish. That'll work. So there we go. Made a nice little kind of cube looking thing. Let's adjust that size to make sure it's going to be hiding under the feet. All right. Now I'm going to take that. I'm going to duplicate it. And bring it down here. Oh, should have turned on my magnetics. That way it keeps it all in a line. There we go. And I'm going to add one layer in between, so I can connect all these lines. Nice straight line. Nice straight line. There we go. And we can then come to this bottom layer. Actually, I want this top layer because I screwed it up, but these lines aren't really needed anymore. And you can just come in. If I would have done this layer a little bit better, it would have been a little bit easier. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of cleanup so I can see a clean kind of structure here. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of that sketch layer now. So that's disappeared. And we're going to go with just a slightly lighter blue. And I'm going to just kind of fill in these sides. Oh, I got to merge those layers together now. There we go. Now we got our ice cube. There. There. And we'll do some shadows and coloring and see if we can make it look a little bit more like ice here as well. I am not a good artist, guys, but this is just, you know, me trying to do this in a fun way. So I I could have used over and found a penguin here and an ice cube and skipped through. In fact, maybe we'll do that afterwards, and I'll show you a different way you could have done this if you can't draw. So, but I'm still going to finish this because I'm liking what's happening here. All right, so let's start with this body. We're going to add another layer on top, and we're going to use that same brush. I'm going to black now, and I'm selecting the body and coming here, and we are going to add, you'll see how this will work. That may not be the best way to do it, but we'll see. There we go. And what happened? That should let me flood. There. Okay. And I still want it to do a little bit of a shadow under here. All right, and then I just need to erase this little guy. Now you can do this in vectors with Affinity Designer and a bunch of other ones, but I just use Procreate and Over. These are what I use on my phone and I'm most comfortable with them. Okay, so that's kind of doing my darkest shadows there. The other thing is we're also going to have a shadow cast by this wing. Oh. Oh, I see the issue. And a little bit of a gap there. All right, so it's got that under there. And I think that kind of covers my basic main shadows that I was starting with on here. Now I'm going to add some to the wings. And I'll show you guys how I'm going to adjust these as we go. So, changing the selection now from on here to the wings and going back to the layer above. So adding kind of a back shadow there. And this one, I'm trying to keep the light focus this way, so it's going to be a smaller shadow on this side, keeping with how the lighting is going here. Probably going to have to fix that one there a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Now I'm going to come to the feet. Definitely going to have a shadow cast by his chubby little body there. And probably on the edge of the toes. Down on the bottom of each toe here, kind of giving it a little bit of depth. That'll work. And do the same thing over here. That'll work. I don't know. I'm starting to like how this is going to turn out. I have never drawn a penguin before, so I thought it would be a nice new challenge, and so far, not too bad. I think it'll work. Oh, I forgot to connect that in the back there. Sometimes you got to keep adjusting that color threshold just to get it to do what you need to. Oh, and going to need that shadow there. There we go. And I think that kind of got the majority of those shadow layers. So let's start with that. Oh, forgot the beak. Let's get in here to the beak. So we'll start on the red layer. just kind of adding a little bit of a under the beak shadow, and then on the top side of the beak here. Oh, you know what? I drew that on the wrong layer, and I'll show you guys why that was an issue. So back on here, select this guy. Make sure I am on the layer above. Just kind of doing that there, and erase that a little bit. Now I'll go back to the top of the beak. Just going to give a little bit of a shadow on this side. And the bottom of the beak now. And you know what? I think we need some shadows around the eyes too. So we're going to go back to this layer here. Back to reselecting the base layer of purple. And I've been watching a lot of Beejay Del's videos. If you guys haven't yet, go check out his YouTube channel. If you're wanting to learn drawing with Procreate, he has a ton of tutorials and a ton of help on there, and it's been very useful for me for just kind of getting better and more comfortable with letting what I design be what it is, because the more of it I do, the better it'll be. And I have found, and I bet some of you have found too, that if you start, you'll not like what you're doing a lot of times, like here. And I've learned to be more okay with that and just go back and erase. So a little bit too much shadow here. We'll see. We'll play with it as we go. Okay, so we did that. Now I'm going to add into each of these same layers. I'm going to come in and just add some highlights. So just a little bit of lighter colors here. So on the side of the penguin face, that means I'm getting rid of that screwed up black spot. And I'm just drawing over it. I'm back in that same layer. Same with here. I don't know, that shadow might look a little bit messed up there, but that's okay. I want to get back down here into this foot layer. And look what I did here on the foot layer. I drew on the wrong layer. I'm going to have to redo those feet, because going all the way back will suck. So we're going to select that. We're going to refill that layer with the correct color and come back to the shadow layer above it. Kind of do the same thing here. In fact, I'm gonna, now that we're on that, I apologize for this being a bit of a longer video, but I like doing these ones every now and then. And for those of you guys that do watch them, I do appreciate it. But just sitting here and doing something and drawing it from scratch is a lot of fun sometimes. There we go. Bump that up a little bit. There we go. All right, and this one was the one that we were going to be a little bit darker on. There we go. Sorry, I should talk more. I'm really silent and I'm just kind of drawing, so I do apologize for that. Okay, that's better. Now we got to add a little bit of those highlights back in. All right, so right there. And I'm just going to put it kind of on the toes here a little bit. Add a little bit of body to it there. All right, next I wanted to add it to the wings, so reselect that wing layer, come back up. And try and get that to line up there. That might be too much, but we will see. It'll be okay. I'm going to erase it just right there a little bit. And add that black back in. There we go. Oh, other wing. We're just gonna put a touch of the light there. There we go. What other layers do we need it on? The eyes are good. Oh, to the beak layers. There we go. Oh, put it on the wrong layer. Be careful not to do that. Get on the correct one. And up here onto that beak, once again, you can see I screwed up and did it the wrong color. And we'll go back in here and add that black back in. Oh, forgot to select to keep it just on that color. Go, and now we'll add that white back in. There we go. All right, the only spot I think I'm still missing something is right on top of the belly. And we'll add a little bit of a highlight here. And just fixing up that line. And we'll add back on the other side a little bit of a shadow there. Okay, that kind of gets the penguin going, so I'll show you guys how I was going to blend all these in together. And look at that, I screwed up the damn feet again. Ugh, I hate it when I do that. We'll fix it. So I'm going to do a contrast layer as an overlay and just kind of bring that opacity down. There we go. And I did it on this guy as well. So we're going to do a fill layer and fix the shadows. Be careful when you're doing this select layer that you move back to the layer above. That's what I kept messing up there. All right. That'll work. Okay, so now this layer, contrast, overlay, and bring that down again. There we go. Same here on the wings. I'm going to a contrast and an overlay. Bring down that opacity. Same here on the beak. Contrast, overlay. And on the tongue now. And on the top beak. There we go. And now let's go redo the feet again. Because I apparently can't do this correctly. Fill the layer, come above, and this time I'm going to show it as an overlay, and you guys can see it as I'm drawing it. Okay. Oop. The part that gets me in trouble, select it and go to the layer above. There we go. And then we're going to add that white back on, and I'm actually going to come over it. Do that on top, kind of at the center of each toe. And I really don't like that white right there. I'll reduce the opacity down. That was really strong on there. There we go. And just a little bit more over it there. I think it looks fine like that. We're going to go with that. It's just going to be the way it is. Now in hindsight, I don't think I like that ice cube. And I just kind of like all of this. So we're going to just start with the penguin. And like I had said before, I could have probably just done this in over. So I'll show you guys a little cheap way of doing this when I've been drawing this, and basically feel pretty good about it. Oh, you know what I want to do? On top of these eyes, we're going to add a little bit of a shadow layer. All right, so I've reached some maximum layers. Deleting that sketch layer. I want to add an overlay layer, except on white it gets a little bit funky. So I'll show you here. Select. Just kind of giving these eyeballs a little bit of a depth. Get on the right layer. Now I can just drop the opacity down on that and give those eyeballs a little bit of depth. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn off that background color. I'm going to share it as a PNG. I could upload that alone as the t-shirt, or I can edit this here. So I'm going to start with this. You can do text in Procreate, but I like kind of mixing it up and jumping into over. So there's the shirt we made last night, just here in over. But we're going to start over. So I'm going to start with a transparent image. 4500 by 5400. We hit OK. And I'm going to come over here to the photos and grab that image. Start right there. And like I said, I could probably find something that's going to be an ice cube. And since I have an over subscription, I get images included that are in here. So we'll see how it will work. Let's look and see if I can find ice cube. Not seeing one in here, but there's also these other options. Any of these going to be decent? That's about exactly what I was looking for right there. See, so that'll solve kind of my problem right there. And let's see if I can figure out a way to blend this in together. You know what I'll do? We'll take the penguin out. And I'm going to take this image. I'm going to share it. Save it. And Procreate sometimes messes up, guys, when you're importing a folder or a file. So I like saving it to the iCloud drive just in case Procreate misbehaves, let's call it. Okay, so we'll come into here and I'm just going to do a new shirt and I'll show you guys how we can mix this all together. All right, so add a photo, and it did break. Insert a file. So we got the penguin, we got the ice cube, and I'm gonna have to move that to my iCloud drive. So bear with me. This is just kind of the reality of working between files. Have yourself some sort of a file management system so you can easily move your programs around wherever you're needing to. Let's see here. Back to insert a file. There it is. So we got the penguin here. And I'm going to move the ice cube up. But I kind of want it to look like the penguin's feet are on top of this puddle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the penguin foot here, select, and then I'm going to come to the ice cube, and I'm just going to erase those spots. Oh, definitely don't really want to erase the cube. So there we go. I think that just kind of helped blend it in together a little bit better. It may be better without the ice cube. I don't know, but the idea I had in my head was having the ice cube, so that'll work. We'll start with that, and now I'm going to export that as a PNG. Share, PNG, and I'm going to finish the text in over. So we'll get there. Oh, not OBS camera. Let's get back here into over. We're going to trash that image. And we're going to start a new project with a blank. 4,500. There we go. And grab our new one right there. And I had said we were going to do this shirt to say, "Have an ice day." Let me transition here. It looks like my screen may have froze on you guys. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if my over screen is no longer working. Huh. I wonder when it stopped. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this up really quick. So let's see. Maybe you guys can just watch it on this screen here. This will be kind of a cool way. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just looking for the font. So something went wrong on my live stream and my connection with the iPad has stopped. And I'm not sure how long ago that happened. So I'm just looking for a font that says, you know, snowy or ice. Cube. We'll do this one. Have an ice day. And I think I'm gonna do it right there, but I want to give it a little bit of a shadow. And we're going to bring that in. There we go. That way it kind of pops a little bit. If it goes onto a black shirt or a white shirt, you'll still be able to stand out. Okay. So yeah, I don't think you guys can see this. I made so many changes today and I don't know if my computer is even handling it. So I guess I'm going to have to watch this afterwards and find out how much I screwed it up. Okay. Now I just need to share this file to the computer. And we will jump into here and get into merch. Okay, so this has been a bit of a long video, but we're getting there. All right, so there you guys can see my sales for the day. This is the Pretty Merch dashboard. You guys can get Pretty Merch at ryanaraymond.com/pretty. But we're here to list now. So we're going to use the multi-product uploader because tomorrow is September 3rd, and on September 3rd, the multi-product uploader is going to be the only way you can upload. So if you haven't started using it, get yourselves used to it. Okay. Starting with my brand here. And what we are targeting is have an ice day. And since there wasn't really any shirts for it, but there was search terms for it, I am going to leave it at the front. Cute penguin cartoon graphic illustration. There we go. So that's how I'm describing the design. Now, we had said earlier, we were here in Sonar Tool and we had downloaded a CSV file that had a bunch of search terms in it here, hopefully. So let's see if I can get, I don't want to update numbers right now. That's a bad time to do it. Okay, so what sonartool.com does is it is powered by this other company, or this company called Selix. And what they do, they have a cost per click research. And it gives you this thing with what the unique keywords are that people are searching for. So look at what we see here. Penguin, shirt, men's, original, no talking about fit, slim, women, polo, t-shirt, boys, cute, kids. So funny wasn't very high up here, but cute was, so I included that in the listing. So what are some of these other ones here? Is there anything really jumping out that we could get in? Baby, penguin shirt, club penguin, tux penguin, socially awkward penguin. So that could be a good one, socially awkward. So those are just, we're gonna pick a few of these here. This cute penguin shirt is perfect. Oh, there's the warning. Amazon gave me the warning. They said, don't type the word shirt. See it right there? It is strongly recommended to remove any reference to product types because we're listing on all the different types of products in on Amazon. These cute penguin cartoon graphic is perfect for kids, toddlers, and adults who are sometimes a little bit socially awkward and want to tell people to have a nice day. There we go. So we hit a few of those. Look at those keywords that we hit, that this was giving us. Oh, we forgot baby, this cute, and I'm just going to add baby right there to try and get another exact term match. So what were some other ones here? Cute, Linux, penguin striped shirt. Not seeing any others that are necessarily relevant. So we had penguin shirt, cute penguin shirt, toddler, girls, boys, and we'll say makes a perfect present year-round for dads and moms as well as kids of all ages. This cute, adorable penguin sitting with a melting ice cube is wishing you an ice day. All right. Really kind of focused on this. Have a nice day. Cute penguin, cartoon, graphic, and illustration. Those were the main words we targeted here. All right. So that's how it looks now. Uploaded here on the t-shirt. I'm using Merch Wizard to help speed up my listing process, but normally you would then resize this image for each of the other products. But in this case, I am going to activate the resizer. There we go, it worked tonight. That's cool. And what this does is it's just choosing where to crop this to fit on the hoodie as well as the pop socket listings. So just kind of zooming it out, click download. So upload the pop socket and the hoodies, and it just fits on there perfectly. So there's my cute little have a nice day penguin shirt. Now the goal is just pick the colors that it's going to look good on. You don't have to there. Yep. Did I fix it in the title? Oh, thank you, Rob. Good catch. Have a nice day. Perfect. Did I make that mistake anywhere else? I don't see it, so that's okay. The other thing here is I want to select all products. I can just check the premium t-shirt, but I like listing on them all. So it looks good on the navy. It looks good on pink. I think it'll still look good on purple, but it may not. It may just really blend in. So I'm going to skip the purple. I'm going to go with cranberry, blue. I think it looks good on the brown, but we're definitely going to do dark heather blue, asphalt. It's probably not going to look good on the white, so we're going to skip the white. Purple and yellow seem to do well. Purple and orange. How does it look on the green? And we're at our max colors. So I'm going to skip the green because I think those are going to be my best matches there. I'm going to leave everything at default prices. Right now, heading here into Q4. Last time this year, I didn't really see any difference in how I priced, if it was going to perform well or not. So earlier in the year, I was pricing lower and then increasing the price as it's been selling. Going forward here, I've been pricing at the standard prices. So taking off the white shirt there on the tank top and selecting all the colors for the rest of these. Now, this one here, I am going to take it off the white because I know that white font is not going to show up as well as it looks on that preview. Select all the colors, select all the colors, and all the colors. All right, so the other thing I like doing is clicking generate description, and I like also putting here, click our brand name to see more amazing products. Just kind of a call to action to people who are reading the description and may want to see there. So we have click our brand name to see more amazing products. My brand name, have a ice day cute penguin cartoon graphic illustration. This cute baby penguin cartoon graphic is perfect for kids, toddlers, and adults who are sometimes a little bit socially awkward and want to tell people to have a nice day. Makes a perfect present year-round for dads and moms as well as kids of all ages. This cute, adorable penguin sitting with a melting ice cube is wishing you an ice day. You know, I was just thinking I could almost do this as a global warming thing, but could do all sorts of stuff with it. All right, so that looks good. The last thing we got to do is now copy the product text. So I'm going to copy it. To list this in the German market, they want us to translate it. Merch Wizard provides a nice little translation tool here. I just click translate, and it translated the whole listing for me. I think I'm good. I click review, and I hit submit. Now, the one thing I didn't do that I should have done at the beginning of the video was checked if there's a trademark for have an ice day. So let's jump in here quick and do that. TESS. So there we go. I may have just made a boo-boo because there wasn't a lot of shirts for it. That probably would have been the best time to make sure this was not an issue. Have a nice day. All right, so there is a live registration for it for beer koozies. So it is not currently in t-shirts, but Amazon may push that. So I guess we'll find out in a few minutes if I get an automatic rejection. Well, there is one, but it's not in class 25 there. So it's in, or it's not listed for use in t-shirts. Probably should have checked that a little bit ahead of time, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, oh well, I think we'll be okay. It's not listed for in t-shirts, and sometimes I just like to refresh, and we're still under review. If it even triggers a potential review, it'll stay in there for some days here. So you can see the ones we did just a couple nights ago, these monster face ones. I'm pretty sure these are all under review. They went through in the UK, but in the US right now, or in Germany they went through, but in the US I'm pretty sure I'm being flagged for the word goofy that we used in here. So when these all go through tomorrow and my stress is over about waiting on all these potential rejections, I'll update you guys on that. Is there any questions in the chat or any issues that you guys want me to look at here? So we got a few different video angles. I've been trying to upgrade the quality of the production for you guys. Hopefully it's something that you guys enjoy, and I'm going to keep making these and playing around trying to improve the quality of the videos for you guys. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.